Corbett Prep parents, welcome. This is a quick video tutorial showing you the Canvas student app and specifically how to submit assignments through Canvas. We really need your help now in this age of remote learning. If you have little ones, they're definitely going to need your help, but this applies to all students across the school, and it's good information to have. The first thing you're going to want to do is download the Canvas app. Okay, it's that one in the middle, the little red circle. It's actually called Canvas Student. There's 3 Canvas apps: Canvas Student, Canvas Parent, and Canvas Teacher. Teachers, obviously, for our teachers. Canvas Student is the one that you're going to want to download if you're going to submit any work for your student. That's the way to interact with the teachers in the classrooms. Canvas Parent is also great, but it allows you as the parent to be an observer. So Canvas Parent is great if you have, say, a 5th through 8th grader and you just want to keep that kind of 30,000 feet view of what's going on with your student and their academic learning. Canvas Student is the app that we're going to focus on today. So the first thing you want to do is open up Student. I'm actually logged in here as Penelope Peacock, which is one of our test students that we use here at Corbett Prep for various things. And you'll notice she's enrolled in a lot of classes. Your students will be enrolled in much fewer classes. And for this example, we're going to use kindergarten. So if I scroll down here, I can see the homeroom kindergarten class. And when you go into any course in Canvas, you have a home page at the top and then some stuff down here at the bottom. So let's start with the home page. I can actually go here. And this will end up looking just as it does if you were to log into Canvas online. And I'll show you how to do that next. And I can see if I scroll down here, there's their meeting link for Zoom, which you could do. And they also have this remote learning plan. So if a teacher says, look, here's your work, we want you to submit it via Canvas, you're most likely going to be submitting a picture. But we have all kinds of options here, and that's what I want to show you. So let's go into remote learning, and I can see this is what their page looks like. And if I go all the way down here past the resources, and they have this beautiful kindergarten weekly schedule, I actually get to the daily schedule. So here's the week of April 20th through April 24th. If I click on that, I can see today's activities, which happens to be Tuesday, April 21st, and I can click here, and this is their schedule for today. Now, your teachers may say, all right, we want you to do this, and then we want you to submit that assignment in Canvas, moving away from the email, which allows for a much greater depth of learning for your student and for our teachers to understand their learning with this feedback loop that we're going to create. So you can see here there's lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. I go to this ecosystems video, so they're asking you to watch this ecosystems video here at 8:30 and then click on submit assignment, and I can see the directions for this assignment. Let's start at the top. First of all, it's not submitted. I can see that that is quite clearly labeled as not submitted. It's due on April 21st. And if I go down, I can see the directions here. Draw an example of an ecosystem on white paper. Include 3 living things, 3 non-living things found in an ecosystem, and so on. And then it gives me some other stuff. So how do I get that back to the teachers? Well, that is the magic of Canvas. It really, really does a nice job. Your teachers are going to be able to see your students' work and be able to give them feed forward and in turn start this conversation. So how do we submit this? Well, let's say I have done the work. It's on paper. Life is good. I'm going to click on Submit Assignment down here at the bottom. And the teachers have given us 3 options. You can either use your camera, you can use the library, so that'd be like your photos library, or you could upload a file. So let me start with a camera. If I click here, and here's a piece of work that my son Jasper was working on, but let's say this is the work. As the parent, I can simply go in and take a picture of that work, use photo, and then it's going to ask me, is this what you want to submit? And then I'm going to hit submit. Simple as that. Now, it's just taking a second to submit. because it's actually going to upload onto the Canvas servers. So now it says submitted successfully, which is perfect. I also have the option to resubmit the assignment, so if we felt like there was something that we wanted to change and get it to the teachers again, we can just simply hit resubmit. You also have the option here, by the way, to submit a video, which you can do. So if you wanted to submit a video of your student explaining a concept or doing something, you can also do that. Another option is if you've already taken the picture or the video, you can simply go in to your camera roll and select that picture or video by using library, right? So if you do that, you'll open up your photos library. And then third of all, you have options to your files, which is a possibility as well. So that's how you submit an assignment in Canvas. Super, super simple. Let me point you to a couple other things here on Canvas, because this is kind of an interesting thing. If you go back to this first page, you'll notice there's three things here. First of all, you have announcements, so that these teachers have been sending home announcements, and I think they're also sending a lot of these via email as well. So here's a math supply reminder, for example, and it looks like it just went to certain students, which is great. So all of the announcements are there. They also have their pages, so this is all their pages in case you needed to go and find a certain page that they've created in Canvas. It's kind of like a website. And then you also can access all of the assignments themselves, right? So I can go here and see all of the assignments that the kindergarten teachers have done so far in Canvas, and make sure that I've completed all of those. And if you have any questions at all, definitely reach out to your teachers. So you can either get the assignments actually in the schedule itself or through this assignments button. You also, believe it or not, have a calendar in Canvas, and Penelope is enrolled in many courses, but essentially you can see work that's coming up as well. So I can see that Pre-K 4 has some work that they're going to submit that way. You can also just go to this to-do at the bottom and have a nice long list of assignments. You can see Penelope's got a lot of work ahead of her, because she's enrolled in so many different classes. But this is a great place to go and just check in and see what, maybe we missed one last week or something like that. This is where you're going to be able to see that. Notifications is really good, because when you submit that assignment, the teachers are going to get it, and they're going to be able to give your student feed forward. And that could be, they have the option to write them a note on their assignment. They have the option to annotate right on the document itself. So if they've taken a picture of an ecosystem, and the teacher can actually annotate over the top of the document and circle and add notes and so on, and get feedback that way. They can also record audio feedback where they're just speaking with their voice, and they can also record video feedback where they're giving you a video, much like I'm doing right now. And all of those are really powerful feedback tools during this remote learning period. So that's where these notifications are going to come in. So there's lots and lots of stuff happening here in this student app. Another option, of course, is the inbox. You have the ability to reach out to your teachers through the Canvas student app, and your students do as well. You simply create a new message, and you would find your teacher in here. It automatically defaults to the teachers that are in this class. So I can see Miss Vildostigi here, type of subject, and so on. Very, very simple. They get that message in Canvas, but also in their email, right? Which is nice. So feel free to do that, and they can reply to you. So if you have all these assignment notifications and announcement notifications and notifications and inbox notifications, how are you going to get all these things? Well, if I'm on dad's phone or mom's phone or something like that, I highly recommend that you go back to this spot right here, go up to this, what we call the burger. Looks like two buns, or the top and the bottom of a bun and a burger in the middle. I click on that, and you want to scroll down to settings. And in settings, what you want to make sure you change here is push notifications. Push notifications are those little things that pop up at the top of your phone or on your home screen. And you can kind of customize what you want to see in here, so that you can get that feed forward when it is offered. Okay, Really simple. Another option in here that you can look at is this is where you pair with Observer. So if you download the the Canvas parent app and you want to become an observer of the student, this is where you would do that. You actually download the app separately, but then when you go into the Canvas parent app and create an account, it's going to ask you to add a student and get an observer code, and that's where you get this right here, okay? So you can observe that student. Another important thing to mention is on the top left here, if you have more than one student, you can actually have both students, but you can only log in as one at a time. But instead of logging out and logging in as the other, you can actually change user. Change user saves the previous login and you can add another one. So I could go between Penelope and Jasper here if I needed to. And just with a click, I can jump into the other student, okay? So this is a brief overview, mainly focused on how to submit an assignment using the Canvas student app, which is available for Apple, Android, and obviously on iPads as well, okay? Okay, now we're going to take a look at how to submit an assignment through the Canvas web app, right? So you go to CorbettPrep.com, click on Students, click on Canvas, and log in using their Canvas username and password, and you will be brought to this screen. Actually, take that back. You'll be brought to this screen, which is called the dashboard. Again, we're using Penelope Peacock. You can see that she is in a lot of different classes that allows us to test. What's important about the dashboard is the following. First of all, this is where you will find the homeroom. In this case, we're going to be looking at kindergarten. But also you'll see to do. So if you have a middle school student, well, you're enrolled in many different courses, and you can see an overall to do down the right hand side. And then down here at the bottom is where you're going to get recent feedback. So I can see here that Penelope got some feedback on a Why Do Zebras Have Stripes assignment. She got 10 out of 10, and I can actually see the feedback that she got. So that's where you're going to be able to find all this. But how do you submit an assignment actually on the web app? Very straightforward. You're going to jump in here and notice that we have announcements across the top. If we scroll down, I can go to their remote learning and be able to go into their this week. Again, Tuesday, April 21st. And this is their schedule for today. And again, this is their ecosystems video that they're asking their students to watch. And then they're going to click this Submit Assignment button to take them to the assignment. They want them, again, to draw an example of an ecosystem and include 3 living and 3 non-living things found there. I actually already submitted this assignment through the app, which is fine because I can actually see this in here as well. But we can also resubmit this assignment just for the sake of it. Again, you have the options here for file upload, and you can also connect Google Drive and Office 365. But for the most part, if I had an image here on my computer, this is where I would upload that and then submit assignment. It's also where I would get the feedback when it comes back. And that is how you submit an assignment using the Canvas web app. Both the Canvas student app and the Canvas web app are great. I think the Canvas student app on the on your phone is really good if you have younger learners, because then you can just take a quick picture or video of the work that they're doing and submit it right through the app to the correct assignment. Very, very easy. If you have any questions at all, if you're having any trouble, we are here to help. The whole technology team at Corbett Prep. Simply email help@CorbettPrep.com. Help@CorbettPrep.com, and we will get with you as soon as we can. Okay? Thank you.